All right, Schlockmeister fans, another sequel, Beyond RE-ANIMATOR. Let's check it out. The movie starts with some kids tenting out.
Oh, gross. It's just a sheep's eye from the butcher shop.
It's a young Howard.
Die. The last thing you see stays on the back of your retina.
This is Howard's sister, Emily.
Jesus! What are you guys doing sneaking around like that?
And then moments later, this happens. Emily gets attacked and killed by some sort of zombie creature.
Get back! No! No!
The police show up and dispatches the thing. Outside, someone is getting arrested.
Hey, what did you do?
You can kind of take a guess where that zombie thing came from. It's our good buddy, Herbert West. He dropped something. Fast forward 13 years and Herbert is behind bars.
Is that a rat?
Your powers of observation are dubious at best.
Here's the warden of the prison, and this young lady's name is Laura.
I believe in what works.
Looks like Ivanka Trump and Taylor Swift combined. She's a reporter.
A pleasure to meet
That
you.
little boy Howard is now grown up, and he's going to be the new doctor at the prison.
You graduated in the top 5% of your class.
But he needs a helper.
You made a request to have a particular inmate working with you in the infirmary.
I believe we're understaffed and he just had a medical background.
Guess who?
Herbert West. I know all about you.
Oh, really?
I know what you did. They tried to cover it all up. I was that kid.
Herbert is happy as hell to see his serum, and they immediately use it on a prisoner who passed away in the courtyard.
Oh my God.
He thought the serum had diluted itself and wasn't potent anymore, but he was wrong.
Stay away from him! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No!
Dr. Phillips? What the fuck is going on in here?
Warren Brando's kind of an asshole.
I'll show you what hell is. You need hard facts.
Howard and Laura hit it off.
Yeah. But to get them, I'll have to take some risks. So what do I do?
She wants to interview the warden.
I'd be happy to do the interview. If we conduct it over dinner tonight.
One of the prisoners had a rat as a pet, who is now deceased.
Ratty is not going to be very happy. Abused, violent, just like all my other subjects to date.
He's got a solution, though.
Brought him back from the dead, but this will give him true life.
It's apparently the nanoplasm of a living donor rat that he got this from, and he zaps it. And look at this. Has Herbert West finally figured it out?
Ratty?
Things aren't quite right inside the prison walls either. He tries to get her to do something for him and is down below. She refuses, and then he kills her. The body is then brought into the lab, the prison lab.
No! No.
You know exactly what's happening next.
Right. Right.
As usual, she ain't quite right. Perhaps they need some nanoplasm.
We can't leave her like this.
Let's get her to the lab.
No!
When the warden comes in, the warden gets bashed, the prisoner bashes somebody else.
You want to put his nanoplasm in Aurora?
Rodent to rodent, you have no problem. Human to human, you do?
He's gonna be dead in a few moments. You want her to stay like that?
Time to get the nanoplasm.
That's enough! Stop it!
He has to die.
She seems better.
You're okay now.
Something happened to me.
You could say that.
Now the prisoners have rioted now. And she's not quite right.
See, there's a new early release.
Meanwhile,
program
Herbert
just
injects the warden with his serum.
I'll just leave this door wide open so they find you.
You don't dare. I'm always the warden.
Meanwhile, Laura's wandering around amongst strewn body parts. Our Mexican fellow has been halved. Meanwhile, this dude found some serum and he's alive. What happens when you inject it into a live person? He thinks it's a drug.
On your knees.
Warden wants another crack at zombie Laura. I should say zombie warden wants another crack at zombie Laura.
That's a good girl.
She does not comply.
Awesome! You green shit rocks, man!
Give it to me.
Sorry, I can't do it. Prison rules. We can't share needles, it's not safe. And now, you fuck off. I'm gonna use this.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I like his excuse for not turning it over. They can't share needles. I think he's regretting his decision now. A lot of chaos in the prison now. Howard realizes he's got to slice Laura's throat.
Guilty as charged.
Howard's bumming.
Howard?
I'm the killer. Get it out. You save her. But I want her back.
Man is critical. I need to get her to Miskatonic General right away.
Who are you?
Dr. Phillips. Dr. Howard Phillips. I run the prison infirmary. Who are you? I want to know who's responsible if this man dies.
Okay.
And just like that, he walks away to live another day. All right, let's talk about Beyond Re-Animator. You know, I keep a spreadsheet, a movie list of all my movies, and I have a yes or no next to them if I watched the film or not. And I have a yes next to this movie, but I don't think I've ever watched it, to be honest with you, so I think I made a mistake. Beyond Re-Animator, I've seen it now, obviously. This is the second sequel to Re-Animator, follow-up to Bride of Re-Animator. There was I think a 13-year gap between these, or no, 12-year gap, I'm not sure. But anyway, it takes place 13 years after the events of Bride of Re-Animator, and Herbert West is now behind bars. He's in prison for the massacres that took place in the previous two films. A new doctor has come to the prison, and he came to this prison specifically because he wanted to work there because he knows about Herbert West being incarcerated there, and he wants to continue Herbert West's work. In fact, he has some serum that Herbert dropped 13 years earlier when this guy, Howard Phillips is his name, his sister died by this reanimated zombie type thing. So and that's when Herbert West got arrested. So he has a connection there. So right away they start using it on a dead rat, another dead body there. The warden's kind of a jerk and he kills somebody there actually. Herbert West comes up with a new thing though. He's got some sort of forget what he called it true life. I can bring people back with the serum, but I can give them true life with this nanoplasm, which he takes from a live donor. He tries it on a rat. He gets a live rat. He extracts some sort of nanoplasm, whatever the hell that is, and injects it into the rat, and the rat seems to be fine. Now, I didn't show you a couple of scenes, but the rat isn't quite fine. It seems better, but it is still a little bitey. Later on, there's this lovely woman who, like I said, she looks like a cross between Ivanka Trump and Taylor Swift. Her name is Laura. She's a journalist. She's writing an article about prisons or something. I don't know. Warden is obsessed with her, and I get it because she's pretty. Howard is obsessed with her too. Well, not really obsessed, but they hit it off and they become a couple. At one point, though, the warden kills her after she witnessed him killing this other guy. So she's brought into the lab right away, and they, of course, inject her with that. And then they end up attacking the warden, does Herbert, and they kill him by taking his nanoplasm, and then they inject that nanoplasm into Laura, and she seems to be okay. But again, we know it ain't quite right. Herbert West then injects with serum the warden, brings him back to life, but of course he's zombie warden at that point. And then all hell breaks loose in the prison because one guy escaped, and then there's a big riot. Laura turns into some sort of zombie type thing too. She ain't quite right. All hell breaks loose, like I said, in the prison. There's people getting chopped in two. There's a lot of bloodshed, gore. At one point, the warden, who's alive now, grabs zombie Laura and wants her on her knees to service him. And she kind of does for a second, and then she bites off his dick and tosses it on the other side of the room with her teeth. Later on, we see a rat kind of chewing on it. It's a funny scene. Couldn't quite show you that stuff, though, but it's in there. Eventually, Howard realizes he has to kill Laura to free her from this. Herbert kills the warden again. But then at the end of the movie, Howard's like, I want to bring her back. I want to bring her back. And we don't see exactly what happens to him, but then next thing you know, Herbert takes Howard's name tag and exits the prison. By now, the SWAT team is there, and they've got things under control almost. And then Herbert walks away to do some more experiments in the future somewhere down the road with RE-ANIMATOR 4. Who knows? But anyway, that's how our film ends. Now, I'd never seen this before, I'm pretty sure, but I enjoyed this film. I didn't like it as much as the first one. First one is an ultimate classic, but it's a nice little send-off to this. It was just, I think this was probably made for video. It came out in 2003. I bought the DVD. I think it was brand new at the time. Again, I've never actually put it in the machine until just now. But it was enjoyable. It's got a couple of nude scenes in there, plenty of gore, just like you would expect from a RE-ANIMATOR film. And it's a fun film. It's a fun ending to the trilogy. So there you go. Anyway, this is probably released on Blu-ray by now. I'll leave a link to that down below if you're looking for that. I'll leave a link to this DVD if there's not. So check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about Beyond RE-ANIMATOR. Watch it. Bye.